Ready, start. Had both the sides observed a bit of restraint, we would not have seen the loss of 8 invaluable human lives. As per the arguments tendered by both the parties, 5 persons within bracket 4 farmers and one journalist from the side of the first informant oblique victim are said to have died in the incident, and 3 persons are said to have been put to death from the side of the applicant. In addition to it, 13 persons sustained injuries from the side of informant and 3 from the side of applicant. Both the sites have referred certain pictures and audio visuals that were taken up from social media. The media has an indispensable role in highlighting the matters pertaining to public utility at large. The media is supposed to provide news to the society, but sometimes we have seen that individual views are overshadowing the news, thus putting an adverse effect on truth. Of late, media is seen overstepping upon the sanctity of judiciary in high profile criminal cases, as was evident in the cases of Jessica Lal, Idrani Mukherjee, and Arushi Talwar, etc. The three-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India R.M. Lodha found the issue to be very serious and even considered to frame a few guidelines in order to balance the interests and rights of the stakeholders. The vital difference between the convict and the accused has to be looked into by keeping at stake the cardinal principles of presumption of innocence until proven guilty and guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Media trial, apart from taking up the investigation on its own, leads to forming public opinion against the suspect even before the court takes cognizance of the case. As a result, the accused, who should have been presumed innocent, is treated a criminal. The excessive publicity of the suspect in the media before the trial in a court of law, either incriminates a fair trial or results in characterizing the accused or suspect as one who has certainly committed the crime. The reason the jury members were kept aloof of the access to media was obvious. Classic examples of the menace are the cases of K.M. Nanavati and O.G. Simpson. In the case of Saibal Kumar Gupta and others versus B.K. Sen and another, the Supreme Court held that when there is an ongoing trial by one of the regular tribunals of the country, then trial by newspaper must be prohibited. This is based upon the view that such action by the newspaper of doing an investigation tends to interfere with the course of justice, whether the investigation tends to prejudice the accused or the prosecution. Now the problem has been multiplied by the electronic and social media, especially with the use of toolkits. At various stages and forums, it has been seen that ill-informed and agenda-driven debates are being undertaken by media running kangaroo courts. It is true that hearing of the bail plea cannot be converted into a mini trial, but owing to the circumstances, the parties, that is the applicant, the victim of the state, have been heard at length. It is also very true that after the amendment in CRPC and by adding section 2 within bracket WA and proviso to section 24 within bracket 8 of the Rights of the victim are on a higher pedestal than that of the complainant provided under section 301 CRPC. Stop para. The district administration had issued a proclamation under section 144 CRPC which was in effect on the date of incident and was equally applicable to not only the applicant and his associates but also to the agitating protesting farmers. Stop. The same has not been followed by either of the parties. Stop para.